Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 149th. I'm Jamie, and we're having a bit of a mix-up. We're supposed to be doing our Project Game Pass stream, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me bring in the other gentleman. We've got MPV Graham with us.
Hello, I'm a bit laggy behind, but I'm there.
Hello, Laggy MPV Graham. How are you?
I was alright until that random intro just suddenly went super chug mode.
Well, I mean, it's the dubstep. You can't handle the power of the dubstep, obviously.
It did me a semi-favour. Not even the internet wants to hear that.
Outrageous. Well, someone who does want to hear it is 1.7 million man Ian?
No, it's still 1.6.
One day. We've been gone for a couple of weeks. I thought you would have had a chance to rack up them numbers, but
No, you've got more coat hangers than I've got achievements recently.
you like my collection of coat hangers. It's very nice, isn't it? Comes in handy. It's for hanging up on me with tighty whities, as we were discussing before we got started. And someone else who wears tighty whities, Joshua Frost, come on in.
Oh yeah, love a good pair of CKs.
Are you well up in your new abode up there?
I am doing very well, yes.
Good, very well indeed.
I was more impressed with your roller skate connection, if I'm being honest.
I've had those roller skates since I was 12 years old.
It looks it.
They're very beaten up. I've got some nice new ones now, but they're just sitting there waiting to be discarded from existence. But one day, anyway, we don't talk about roller skates as fun as they are to use. We need to talk about video games on Xbox Tavern, which we record each and every Sunday at 8 p.m. Nice. Like I said, obviously we were supposed to be doing a Project Game Pass stream this evening, but we're going to discuss what game we picked. But there was a lot of setup which we didn't have time for, so we're going to get to it. When did we decide? The 16th, was 17th. it? 17th, sorry, of March. So we'll do a stream, which the game we picked for March for a Twitter poll was Dead Island 2, which got surprise dropped in Game Pass a couple of days ago. Was it last week sometime? This week sometime,
last week it was, yeah.
Graham, you reviewed Dead Island 2, obviously. Are you excited to watch the three of us just cause carnage? Obviously, it's only 3-player co-op, but we can mix and match as and when throughout the stream, I hope. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I can't. I think you'll. I mean, I played a little bit with you, and you sort of caught up with me, and you seem to be enjoying it. And
yeah,
those guys, I reckon they'll enjoy it too, because it's so much better than the first one. And yeah, with the multiplayer, it definitely made things a whole lot easier. Because I think I took you to one of the boss fights as well, and obviously you can do the old bait and hit from behind attack.
Yeah. Oh, that kind of tank the boss away, yeah.
Yeah, so one's a distraction, the other one can kind of sort of get them in that way, and that kind of works for quite a lot of the enemies. One distracts while the other one kind of fills them in.
Yeah, I think I remember that. That was just after I kicked the fucking exploding fuel can, wasn't it? Just trying to blow me up.
Wherever there's J, there's fire.
Exactly. Damn right.
Is there 3 different playable characters, or like 4 different playable characters going to be?
There was quite a few, I think. Oh, it's been a while. I think there's at least sort of 4 that you can sort of choose through. I think there might be more, but yeah.
I didn't ever understand that, why they've done so many playable characters and then limited like to 3 people. I feel like that was just like backwards.
Because all the previous Dead Islands have been 4-player as well. So having 3-player, I mean, obviously it would be ideal for 4-player for us, but it just seems like an odd choice in general, really.
That was the same. That was the same with Extraction. Remember the Rainbow Six Extraction game? That was only 3-player multiplayer as well. Why 3-player? Like, who came up with that?
And Ian's obviously happy about this, but the recent Gears as well is only 3-player co-op. Which I mean, I say recent, the latest Gears, I should say. Like we need, 2-player or 4-player ideally, or more. But 3-player is a very odd number. But anyway, we'll get to playing that on the 17th of March. And yeah, like I said, we'll mix and match. Maybe we'll have special guest Pete jump in for a bit as well. Just see how we get on and have a bit of zombie killing action in Dead Island 2. I forget, Gray. Do you remember what score you gave it? I probably should have looked at it really.
I quite enjoyed it, so I reckon it was definitely in the 9s. I probably would have said a 9.1 or 9.2 at a guess.
Yeah,
you were incorrect.
Was that right?
Oh, you've lost the points.
You gave 8.9.
Shouldn't have gambled at all.
Not quite the 9 for you. Didn't quite hit the 9.
There might have been a reason for it, but yeah.
Well, the main bad you said were competitive. The combat can feel a bit repetitive at times. and the prevention from joining a friend who is further ahead in the story is done.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was it. Because Jay got a bit stuck because I was too far ahead. I remember that now.
Yeah, so we need to kind of remember when we do play,
You
we
have to
all get
be-
to the same location.
We start at the same time, otherwise, because it goes, you're too far ahead to join that story, and you just can't join that way. So now I remember now.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, there's a prologue thing you got to do. I think it took me about an hour to get through, but that was rushing. I didn't sort of hang around doing too much, but yeah, we'll get to that. We'll play that on the 17th. But what we did play last month, which I don't know how much anyone else got back to, was Power World. That surprise hit from late January, which came to Game Pass. Ian, you already spoke about it before. But you said you thought you've 1000G'd it. Did you play much more at all before moving on to something else?
I played a little bit more. I did a little bit more when I was trying to get up all the world set up for us. Even though we never got around to doing all the bosses, so I did go around again, getting all the boss locations ready. I did a little bit more, like say after 1000G in it, while catching a couple more of the mons.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, then I kind of stopped playing because I felt like once I 1000G'd it, didn't have any more need to go to unless they kind of add more achievements.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Did anybody else anybody else get back to it?
Really, any game that's 1000G'd is like,
Yeah,
you go.
I was only saying it because I 1000G'd it, but that's not through things. Because once you beat all the bosses, that's it. That is the 1000G.
Well, you got to catch all about 90 mons as well, though.
Oh, yeah, that's not that difficult.
No, it's not.
Once I did that and I collected the Rocket Dragon one, that just allows you to turbo across the whole of the map.
Turbo!
It's so fast. It's so fast the game can't keep up with it at times. I think it's crashed out about 10 times on me since I've had this Rocket Dragon. It just can't keep up with it because I just turbo around picking up eggs and targeting all the bosses and like sub bosses and stuff and trying to catch those. And that the game just goes nah, and just bombs out.
My favourite glitch was in the game, which has nothing to do, was that it refused to save, and the only way you can get it to save again
Oh,
is by
screenshot.
taking the screenshot. Like, how was that a fix? Makes me my mind boggle.
No. Well, my second one is one that got popularized in their TikTok as well. That if you antagonize like one of the enemies and you get a wanted level, if you're flying in the air, people just randomly spawn.
Oh yeah, they spawn and fall in the water. Yeah, I had that as well.
What the hell is going on? There's people just flying around. I was like, oh, I've got a wanted level, but yeah, just people just keep spawning in midair, just flying and falling into the water. I was like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
had the
mental.
same. Well, I went to the island to get some of the bigger ones. I was like, they've got one level there. Yeah, they're two bullet ones. They were, like I say, it had a few funny glitches, like catching the bosses. Never managed to catch a boss, but I've seen people catch bosses and people and stuff, and let the people work for them.
But my end point was just getting that Rocket Dragon. Once I got that, then that was pretty much the game sort of lost a bit of interest because I could just do everything so quickly. He's so fast.
I did enjoy the kind of the base building aspect. I think once I started looking my head around the base building, especially with help with my other boss from Tavern, it kind of helped a lot just knowing kind of a few of the mechanics and stuff, and kind of go, oh, I need a mon that's got really good smelting, so I'll go finding one that can pre-fire. Oh, there you are, that's good. Get you to work and stuff. So it's quite cool.
So I did all the breeding lots of the Anubises and those because they're so good at sort of quite a lot of things.
Yeah, I do hope they kind of, and obviously I'm a huge Hubert fan, and everyone know shock horror, but I do hope they add more, just more content. But once they add more content, they add more achievements with it, because I think that would make, well, especially me, go back to the game if they add more achievements and more content to it. Because if I add loads more content and then not really any achievements, I'm like, it'd be one of those toss-ups. Will I go back to it and do it or not? I think the only game so far that's managed to kind of make me go back to it without adding achievements is Hitman. Apart from that, very rarely as a game was added content, I've gone, or not. Apart from that Rainbow Six Siege when I add characters and stuff, and that's different.
Yeah, no. Once I add more content, I'd happily jump back into that because that was quite fun. But I mean, I got to the top end tiers of weapons. Even got the rocket launcher thing that you can fire your power balls to capture enemies, and it automatically homes in on them. So wherever you fire it, always.
Oh, genius! That.
So I even let my kid have a go because she just wanted to capture everything. So she's just firing all the balls everywhere and just catching things left, right, and centre.
Fair enough. I mean, I didn't touch it at all. So you guys have done admirably to do it. And Graham, I'm proud of you for 1000G in it. You're making it look easy, not like old.
I did have a little moment, like, oh, he's so proud. A proud daddy moment.
Didn't even intend to. It was an accidental 1000G.
Look at that, making it look easy. Ross, did you get a chance to play any more at all?
I did not know. I got dragged down the Baldur's Gate rabbit hole, and that's pretty much consumed me until the last week or so. So
that's fair enough. So yeah, so obviously that's done now for Project Game Pass anyway, at least. Like I said, as and when they add more content, because it's still an early access, isn't it? So they're going to keep adding and improving stuff. Maybe we'll get back to it down the line, especially these two down there, old Ian and Graham, loving it, getting some more Chivos, getting some more PAL Pokemon doodads, and and breaking it by going into caves.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh God, fucking caves.
Thanks. Cool. Right, thank you very much. Yes, like I said, we're going to play Dead Island 2 for March's Project Game Pass game, which, if you're not familiar with Project Game Pass, it's a game where a program where we pick a game from Game Pass each and every month, and we play it. We stream it. Normally, the first podcast slot of each month, we would stream it, but like I said, we had to delay this one just because of the setup required. We didn't quite have enough time. And then we discuss and chat about it, and then we move on to a new game. We've already sort of got a good hint for next month's game already, but we'll consider our options nearer the time, although I'm pretty sure it's going to be the big one coming in. But yeah, we don't need to worry about that right now. Let's play some Dead Island first and smash some zombie skulls in. Yeah! Nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next bit, shall we? And do you guys want to guess the game? Are you ready to do guess the game? I did it because I assumed we were streaming again tonight, but we obviously not.
I've completely forgot. I haven't done it in like a year. No,
I failed it drastically this morning, but hopefully between the three of you, like Ross and Pete did the other week, they managed to wangle it out between them. So hopefully you can do this. While they're having a quick look, it's guess.game. You can go to that website, and it's basically like Wordle for video games. 6 pictures. Get a small clue for each one as well as you go along after the first picture, and gradually sort of zooms out and shows more of the image. I really enjoy doing it every day. I haven't done very well the last couple of days. But it's just a nice little trivia game to do each and every morning or late night when you're an old man, you get up to pee in the middle of the night. Just have a quick look. So, gentlemen, any thoughts on this wonderful first image?
I was about to say, it doesn't give nothing away. If anything, I'd guess that looks like a zoomed-in thing on something either like Mario or Zelda. But the fact you said you didn't get it seems.
Yeah, I'd be kind of worried if you didn't get one of those two.
Yeah.
I don't know. No idea. I've got no guesses.
But it's just such a low texture, which other means
Skip!
An old school game. Oh, it's like, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's like you zoomed in on the brown and now you just zoomed out a little bit more.
Yeah, they've just moved the camera over a bit.
It's just the same picture, slightly more, which normally they're
like
very different.
Escape room things, one of those kind of games.
85 on Metacritic.
Yeah, Escape room.
85. But I don't know. It's like an escape room type games. I don't know any names of them.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll say skip again.
No,
I'm confused.
Is there an escape?
iOS? Oh, well, I'm out. I don't fucking have.
I will give you another slight hint. That is literally why I lost, because I don't have an iOS device at all, and I don't pay attention to the games.
My iOS is my work phone, and I very rarely use it. I need to pick up a work phone. So
basically, we're relying on Rossi.
Who doesn't game on his phone?
I'm not a paedophile. So.
If it does help, I did at least know the game once it had been revealed to me, but I never would have guessed it in a million.
Give us a clue.
No, not yet.
We've got to get to the end. Some sort of escape room or disarming a bomb or some sort of weird touching for it to be that cruddy graphics and on a mobile.
No, what's it called? No,
those escape the room puzzles. There's loads of them.
I'm going to cheat and look at my phone. Work phone. Work phone. Because game might give us a hint.
What are you looking up? Am I looking up hex? Is that what you think it is?
Well, it looks like a hex. It could be like a hex shape down there.
Clash of Cans. Women History Month.
Anybody got anything?
Nope.
No, I'm still.
Oh no. Okay.
Subway Surfers. No, it's not that.
I'm still convinced it's an escape room.
Genre action Twitch. When did Twitch become a genre?
Action.
Okay. Yeah. What?
Twitch. So that means you can stream it, maybe?
Or maybe action and Twitch. Is that the one where you put it on Twitch and then people can vote?
I'll move for you.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't make me any closer to knowing what the game
what were they called? What were they called? They had like a weird name, didn't they? The franchise where it was like they play for you.
Really?
Yeah, they did it before, didn't they? Like it was like remember when Pokemon? They did Pokemon Play.
Yeah, Twitch plays Pokemon and Twitch plays.
Yeah, like Twitch plays. Or
I'll give you a slight hint that you don't keep going down that path.
Okay,
it's more the gameplay. I think is like Twitch based gameplay, not streaming.
Oh, okay. So no.
At least as far as I'm aware, anyway. I don't think it wouldn't strike me as that sort of game.
Ugh, okay.
I have no idea. So
yeah.
As you know, Ross.
Yeah, shapes. Oh, shapes isn't a bad guess. All you're seeing is different shapes and colours at the moment. At this moment, it could be kid maths or kid geometry.
Brain training.
What is it? ABC Island or something? One of the kid ones. Oh, number blocks and colour blocks.
I don't know if is your screen shares frozen. Maybe
it's just stuck on shape on my screen.
Yeah, it hasn't updated. I don't know if you skipped over or not, but
yeah, mine says just shape.
Game is shut the bed. Like I've got like 3 different screens of me.
Hi, Ross.
Oh no, that's true. I can see 2 Rosses now.
Yeah.
So I actually know what I've done. Here.
Double audio as well. Nice.
That's what to say. Is there 2 Rosses now? He's now harmonising himself.
I'll be back.
Do the fusion dance, then you go back to normal.
Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, welcome. You enjoy my t-shirt? He's gone. All right. While he comes back, then, while he's figuring out what's going on there, let's take a breather. You can have a little moment to ponder upon it. And Ian, you mentioned you've been playing Project Game Pass games this month, or this week, I should say. What one would you like to regale us with for a moment while he sorts the tech support out?
Come on, let's just do the one you wanted me to talk about.
One tell, just
one tell.
So you fully 1000G'd song as you shared with me, and you refuse to tell me whether you change your opinion on the game. So let's just rip the band-aid off now, Ian. Do you actually like Jasont now?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we fucking got him.
It took a while, but I think once I started properly again, I think once I got past I think it was chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 1. When I go to chapter 2, like properly started through the game, and I added a few more mechanics towards it. I thought, actually, no, this isn't too bad. I was got hang on the climbing as well. The climbing was kind of left, right. It was actually not too bad in the end. I think.
See, I told you.
It was a slow burner, but like I say, once I did finally start doing it all, and it was kind of it was quite calming. It wasn't over the top. There wasn't any really panicky moments. You can't really die, which is good, in a way.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was one of my only nitpicks. Really, was that there's no real way to fail. But
you just kind of fall it, and then you just kind of climb back up. And I kind of like the whole swinging mechanics, kind of jumping in the air. I was thinking to myself, like, it'd be quite good if it was like first-person VR. That'd be really crazy kind of game to play. But actually, surprisingly, it was in the end. You kind of knew the storyline was he was trying to kind of repair the world, and of his little creature and stuff was quite cute. But yeah, I think eventually I did kind of warm to it and actually thought, no, this isn't a bad little gem. Nowhere near Game of the Year. No offense to anyone who had it as theirs, but still a very solid game that was actually quite enjoyable once you got into it.
Damn right it was. Damn right. Like as you said, like just nice, chilled, just simple. Like 5-6 hours, just go through. There's no sort of peril, as it were. Like it would have been nice if there was a few more challenging climbs, but yeah, it's just nice to climb. Nice little trigger action going on. Nice to look at and listen to. Nice audio and visual presentation. And yeah, really,
I did get
really lovely.
Annoyed with one level. It was towards the end actually, with the wind going up and down and stuff, and I kept doing the wind at the right time, but then my character wouldn't bloody grab on. I was like, fuck's sake. Eventually did grab on and had one of those, I can't remember what they're called, like pylons where you attach yourself.
Pitons, yeah.
And just no, the actual ones where you can reattach yourself. And it wouldn't reattach itself. It kept constantly going, no, I'm not going to reattach myself to this bit. So I got too long and I couldn't get past this bit. So I had to reload the game. and then it allowed me to attach myself again so I can climb up a bit
Okay.
further on. But apart from that, that was the only kind of issue I faced throughout the whole gameplay. Other than that, it was quite a solid, fun game.
Nice.
Just fucking cutscenes for the shells though were very long and annoying. They were pointless.
Yeah. Are they the ones that Graham didn't realize you had to X out of? So you just sat there watching.
Oh, they're stuck in a fucking loop. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, B to exit. No, I'm going to stay there. And but it doesn't take to be. Just press B. And, like you B kind of pulsates a bit. And you actually hold it. Yeah. But apart from that, there were long cutscenes, like just trying to go towards 1,000 G. Yeah. So you have to get all the shells.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the Inside and Limbo in that way. They're telling you something without sort of just spelling it out, and you sort of listen and sort of pick up the cues of the people laughing and making noise and stuff in the background, and sort of figure out what was going on in the past. Really lovely little game. I'm glad that you finally come around to it because it's a really really good game. Very very much enjoyed that. In fact, I said before my daughter was playing it. She played a little bit more a few weeks back, but. Yeah, then Minecraft ended up calling her back, I think. So I'll get her back on it one day. But no, well done. I'm proud of you. 1,000 G'd it. I've no idea where I am. I don't even think I got 500, but I enjoyed the game, and that's what counts.
That's it.
Damn right. I can see Graham's disgust. Look at him. He's like,
I'm hoping I don't have the achievement in there just so it doesn't prove that I've even played it.
I think if you give it a bit more time, Lucky, you could come around. You could be won over.
I think if you say the word nice again for the game, people are going to think you've been paid. It's nice. It's a real nice game.
It's a nice game. It's a nice game. It's a lovely game. Very, very charming. Much
the
like
best
Lake.
game for you would be Final Fantasy 14. The first achievement's like 30 hours in.
You keep enjoying your Werther's originals of the games there. They're nice.
They are nice.
Nice.
They're lovely. Nice. Very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. All right, well, go on then, Graham, and you tell me about a game that's not nice. Tell me what you've been playing.
Okay, well, I'll go.
If you use the word nice as well, that's it. You're not going to do the end of it.
Well, I'll do one of the two Game Pass ones I picked up just to try them out. Was Brotato. I had a quick look at it because it looked like similar to Vampire Survivors, but just a bit more low key, and it's way more low key. But
double shit version of Vampire Survivors. I played it as well.
Dan said he was quite enjoying that.
No, what Dan did.
Yeah,
that just fucking says everything, doesn't it?
There's a smidgen less to it, but I think it's more for those with shorter time windows because like each level only lasts about sort of 30-40 seconds, and so you can just sort of do a couple of levels and tap out. Whereas with Vampire Survivors, if you last the whole thing, it'd be up to like half hour if you're running that sort of full speed. So it's definitely a way more lightweight version of it, but it still has loads of different sort of weapon options, or you can go melee or sort of range weapons and increase.
You can combine the guns, can't you, as well, to make them a bit more powerful.
Yeah, and it's got different characters that give you slightly different sort of stats as you start off with to make it either hard or difficult, or the way you want to play, and it kind of leans you in one kind of direction. And yeah, most of the things have sort of pros and con weapons, so it gives you this and this, but you lose this and this, and you have to try and sort of weigh it up to get through. And yeah, I mean, it is not as complex and well thought out as Vampire Survivors, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's like I said, it's more like a speed running version of it where you can just pick it up and sort of complete a whole playthrough. I think it's 20 rounds in total, but if you like 20 rounds for 30 seconds, you sort of can rinse through the whole thing quite quickly.
You can also save through, so it's good.
Yeah.
So
you can stop after each.
Whereas Vampire Survivors, you couldn't.
Yeah. So like I said, it has its sort of positives around that bit, and so those with a short attention span that would find sort of Vampire Survivors a bit of a slog, then it's a quicker way of doing the same sort of thing. It's kind of like a time killer, but it does semi feel like a mobile game that's been transferred to console.
Does it have like permanent upgrades like Vampire Survivors, where if you get X amount of coins, you can go back to the store and buy upgrades or weapons or health or whatever?
No, you just, as you progress, you unlock more different characters to start off as, and if you complete the first level, you can unlock harder levels to start off with, and there's like an endless mode as well. But you don't. There's no, I suppose, that roguelike situation where earn enough money to sort of upgrade it to start, so you have a better chance of starting off. There's none of that as far as I saw.
Okay, fair enough. That makes me a bit more interested to try it because the roguelike tends to be annoying because it's sort of geared towards you have to repeatedly play it before you start to get competent. But
no, not like that. It's just different kind of styles to play through. I've done about 3 complete full playthroughs, and it's all right. Just trying different ways. I did a couple of range ones, and I was just trying a melee one to see if that's any better. So obviously with range, you can kind of keep your distance and keep your health, but it doesn't mean that melee isn't good. But usually you're going to throw yourself into the enemies if you go in melee mode, which is a bit risky. But that's why there's loads of different ways you can play it. So that's supposed the hook of it. But like I said, it's not terrible, but in the other sense, it's not as refined as Vampire Survivors either. But the game's called Brotator, and so you have to kind of semi-expect that.
Is it? I don't know if you'll know. Is it the same people who did like the Binding of Isaac and stuff? Because it's got a very similar art style, and I must admit I haven't really looked into it too much. But that's what I was expecting when it sort of appeared, was that sort of roguelike gameplay that's
I don't know. Looking at it, developed by Blobfish, and the last ones they did was Space Gladiators.
Okay. I've never heard of. I mean, that sounds like a fucking game and a half, doesn't it? Are you a space gladiator? Nice. Okay. Well, so Brotato, we'll get an update again. I'll check in with Dan. I'm sorry he said he was enjoying it, but we can go from there. Nice. Ross, are you sorted? Are you
I
fixed?
think I'm back to normal. I don't sound like I've got 4 different versions of my own ear, so that's good.
Nice. Do you want to talk about a game, or do you want to get back to finishing Guess the Game off first?
Oh, well, no, because I didn't know if we were going to finish it, and I clicked and looked at the answer.
So do you two want to have? I'll tell you what. We'll save it to the end, and then we'll get you two to finish it off. See if you can get it. But Ross, I won't give any hints. We'll wait till they've had a go. All right. Tell me about a game you've been playing in.
I don't think that's a question you really want to ask me this week, Jay.
As long as it's not related to any sort of role-playing RPG, action, adventure, massive 100 million hour games, and fill your boots.
Cool. So, Football Manager.
What have I done?
That was coming as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've picked back up on our network save, so there has been more Brighton and Bristol City antics. I'm glad you set me up for this, Jay. It's much appreciated. Thank you for that.
Have I got half hour to nip out?
No, you don't. I'll keep it short and sweet because we are only just at the start of the season, so there's not really been any dramas happening. Bristol City top of the league, Brighton second in the league, both still going well in the Carabao Cup, still going just in the double header stage of the Champions League. I think there's 2 points in the title race so far. Neither team's played each other apart from the Community Shield, so it's been a fairly even start to the season. Bristol City is slightly favouring it. Brighton struggling a bit to get goals. They're a bit stronger at the back this season, but the £100 million worth of striking talent that they have seem not to be able to hit a barn door if they were holding the handle.
Can you remind me which team is your team again? Because I obviously listen intently every time we talk about this, but I've forgotten.
So my team's Brighton and Hove Albion, the Seagulls. And then Bristol City's my mate Graham's.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is he's beating you at the minute.
He is currently beating me this year. Last season he won the league. I won the Champions League. So that was his first league title. I think we're in season 5 now. So he's broke his duck and is looking to build on the success.
Very nice. So is this something you can do like every week? Is it? I mean,
probably. We sort of pick it up and drop it and pick it up and drop it. He got very distracted by Baldur's Gate, and now I've got very distracted by Baldur's Gate. So we've not really had a chance to jump back in. But we set aside a few nights this week that we got a few hours each night put away for it. So it's picking back up. I think we want to try and at least get 3 or 4 more seasons done before 25 comes out, because 25 is when they're going to relaunch the game from the ground up. Yeah. So that'll be when we start our next save, because 23 and 24 are essentially the same game as 22. Very minor little improvements, but 25 being sort of a brand new game feels like the good place to start our next save from.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, good luck in your endeavour to defeat the other team that I've already forgotten the name of. No, Bristol. Come on, the Brighton. You can do it.
You can't say Bristol. It has to be Bristol City. He gets his knickers.
Bristol City. Sorry,
he gets his knickers in a twist because there's Bristol Rovers as well, and he feels like the team isn't getting the right respect if you just call them Bristol.
Okay, obviously I knew that. I was just.
He's a very sensitive little.
I was trying to get him on the back foot for you, so he's on unnerved for his next.
He was
game.
rattled.
Nice, awesome. But Football Manager, goodness, we haven't had that for a while.
No,
so I feel like complete again. You know, feel whole.
Nice. How much of a hole you are? What have you been playing, Jay?
My hole has been playing. I've been playing a couple of games this week. Well, a couple we'll save for next week. Wink, wink. But a couple that are very good, and they're both from Focus. I'm going to start with Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, which was a surprise because after like playing it and reviewing it, I sort of looked it up, and it turns out a lot of people were very excited about it. And if I'm honest with you, I hadn't heard of it before I started playing it. We got a review code a couple of days after launch because I'm pretty terrible at keeping up on top of my emails. And one of the guys who wanted to do it on the site was like, I've already bought it and I've got other stuff on now. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? And do you know what? Fucking excellent game. I was completely caught off guard. It's basically like a single-player action adventure with sort of light RPG elements and a light touch of Souls gameplay, but not in the way that would be detrimental. Like, Gray, you were looking forward to like Wo Long, weren't you? And then you got put off because that had the Souls like stupid, hard, slow-paced, boring combat.
Yeah.
This sort of takes some elements from it where if you rest at a campfire, it resets all the enemies and the sort of supplies and stuff around. But the combat itself is more, I would say it's more similar to something like Assassin's Creed. So there's parries and dodges and stuff, but it's much faster paced and you're not anywhere near as punished in terms of if you take damage. You're not like, I've lost like 90% of my health from one hit. And there's no like stamina meter or anything to manage either, so it's a lot more. You can dodge around and duck and roll and block and do all this sort of stuff without really having to stop to catch your breath every 5 seconds. Having said that, the combat itself is not the best part of the game. It's decent, but early on especially, it's quite underpowered. You play as a guy called Red McCraith, I think his name is. And his wife Antea, who they're like banishers. They're in the land of New Eden to banish ghosts away from this town. But slight spoiler, but it's like really early on and it's on the box art, so you can't really complain. She dies very early on and she becomes a ghost. And so what you do is you play as him for the whole game, but throughout combat and throughout exploration, you can switch to her, and she has different abilities, so she can see different pathways or open up certain areas that the living person can't get to. But in combat, you can switch between the two during combos, so he can start doing some light attacks and then a quick button press, and she'll finish off the combo for him, and which will give extra damage or buff his health up or any sort of manner of things depending on what skill tree points you picked. And then she can't die obviously because she was dead, but she's got like a life bar, so every punch you land takes a little bit away. Every time she gets hit, it gets taken away, and eventually if that gets down, you just can't switch to her for a little while until you recharge the energy bar. But early on it's really easy to get, it's not overwhelmed as such, but it's not as fun as it can get once you've got a couple of upgrades, because Red is quite happy to just duck and weave out of the way of combat, out of the way of an attack, but then face completely the wrong way, and it'd be like swinging your sword and your I forget the other, it's like a flame stick in the wrong direction completely. There's an option to lock on, but it doesn't work very well. As soon as you kill the enemy you've locked onto, it's supposed to switch to the next one, but I've rarely found that it did. And I ended up not even bothering using the lock on by the end. I was just free flowing it because hardcore Supermaster combat action here. But yeah, no, like I said, once you get some upgrades and once you get like some new items and abilities, now it actually is quite fun combat. It's not the best part of the game, but it's quite fun. But the gist of it really is you're exploring this sort of semi-open world. You can't go anywhere like in something like The Witcher, but it's basically a lot of long corridors sort of disguised as an open world. So you can go from one end of the map to the other, no problem, but you can't sort of diverge from the pathways they've set out. So you can't just hop over a hill to go onto the other side. You have to take the pathway to go all the way around to get to the next city or the next encampment, what have you. And along the way, there's various side tracks and missions and lots of combat encounters. But the bulk of it is from Dotenod, who did like Life is Strange and stuff like that. So there's some heavy sort of dialogue choices to make at certain points throughout the story. And the way they've sort of phrased it is because, again, you're banishes. The whole point of them is to kill, like basically banish the ghosts away that are haunting the living. Inevitably, you get a quest. You follow the steps. It's all relatively linear. There's not really much in terms of like Life is Strange, where you get dialogue choices every 5 seconds. Basically, this you really only get a big choice at the end of the quest. If you follow the quest, you figure out why the ghost is haunting the person. The person has one story, the ghost has one story, and then you can choose either to believe the person, believe the ghost, banish the ghost, ascend the ghost to sort of forgive them, say, look, your sins are done, off you go to heaven, or you can choose to kill the human and sort of absorb their life force, because as banishers, obviously, like I said, they're there to get rid of the ghost, but one thing they can do is bring people back to life.
Sounds very similar to like Bioshock, isn't it? With the little sisters?
In a way, yeah, like the little sisters, yeah. So you can, if you choose to kill them or save them, you get different outcomes and you get different rewards. It's not quite as cut and dry as that, because
does it change the storyline as well? Then?
It does, but you have to sort of opt into the change, as it were. So I think it's at 3 points throughout the story. They sit down and they're having a chat, and they basically say, "Do you want to banish me, or do you want to bring me back to life?" And depending on what you pick there, the story sticks with that. But then you need to decide whether you're actually going to kill the humans or get rid of the ghosts in order to fulfill one or the other options you've got there. So if you banish the ghosts, you get their life force, and then Antea can ascend at the end. Or if you kill the humans, you get their life force, and then you can potentially bring her back at the end. I ended up ascending there and ascending all the ghosts, because I'm a nice guy. I wanted to be nice to everyone. Although the first time I did kill the human just to see what happened, and it's I mean, it's not like gruesome, but it was pretty fucking violent. Like a lot of and like you just fucking exploded into all sorts of ghostly apparition stuff. And yeah, so you can do that. There's I don't know exactly how many main missions there are where you get that, but there's also, I think, about 20 odd side missions which are optional. You don't have to do them. But obviously, you know me, I like to have a chat with everyone, so I did the majority of them. And you basically, there's so much talking, Ian. Honestly, you're talking to people left, right, and centre, and a lot of it's very interesting as well, especially when it comes to the actual haunting cases, because you'll speak to the human first, and they'll say, "Oh, the weird things have been happening," and Taya, like, she's always with you, so she'll chime in, but they can't see her, and she's like, "I think this human's lying." And you go, okay, and then you go and figure out like where the ghost is from, and you talk to the ghost, and then Antea's like, "I think this ghost is lying," and then you go back and you get them together, and then she goes, "I think we need to figure it out," and then, like I said, you can decide whether you're going to kill the ghost or the human or what have you. But all really interesting, all really well done. It's set in, I think, the 1600s in like new colonies of America, so it's all very oldie worldy, like. One of the characters is called Lamentation, for example, and his dad's called Fairfax, if that gives you a hint of the kind of dialogue you can expect. It's all ye old English, as it were.
Lamentation?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And Fairfax, not Ceefax. That's a throwback and a half.
That's like what I heard. I was like,
but yes, it's all like ye old English and hear ye, and henceforth and all this sort of stuff. But it's really well written and really well performed. Like like I said, I like a chat, but it was actually really engaging to sit there and go through the dialogue trees of most of the characters I spoke to. And yeah, really, really good game. It surprised me. Like I said, I hadn't really heard of it before I started playing it, and then I looked, as I said to these guys before we started, I looked up how long to beat, just out of interest, because I like a bit of a short game, and it said main campaign 30 hours, and I was like, oh man, that's way too long. That's not my speed anymore. And then I ended up putting like 40 odd hours into it, and I didn't even like I said, I did most of the side missions, but not all of them. And to be quite honest, I could have quite happily just sat and done them all. I was enjoying it that much. I kind of didn't want to finish it, but at the same time, I had to move on because I had other stuff to get on with. But yeah, really, really good game. Surprised me tremendously. So combat's a little bit weak to start with, but once you get over that, you're fucking laughing. Yeah, loads of side stuff, loads of extra challenges, and once you complete the hauntings, you get another activity for that person as well. Assuming you let them live, of course, which then gives you even more stuff to do. And there's like RPG skill trees and weapon upgrades and stuff you can get as well. But yeah, really, really good. It surprised me tremendously. But yeah, I can't recommend it enough, really. I've played a lot of games I've already said that could be in the Game of the Year contender for me, but this is yet another one to that a long list already, and we're only at the start of March. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Ross, you said your wife shared some information with you about it. I'd highly recommend you go check it out.
Happy days. I will need to jump in and have a wee nosy.
Nice, yes. Yeah,
when you're talking about combat, reminds me of was it Shadow of Mordor or whatever it is.
Do you know what? That's another good shout actually as well. It's very similar in like the speed and the flow of it. It's just, like I said, it just
more the fact you said you're fighting and you got a spiritual companion as well, because you had that in Shadow of Mordor as well with Celebrimbor, whatever it was.
Yeah, and some of her powers, like when you upgrade her later on, some of the stuff she can do can like wipe out massive areas of enemies in one go, but obviously at the cost of probably losing her for a little while her sort of energy bar recharge and stuff like that. Yeah. And the good thing as well, actually, with the skill tree, you get like 1 point per skill basically, and you can put them wherever you like along with like the spokes you've got. No, but hey, I'm finished yet. You put them on wherever you like along the spokes you've got, but should you decide that one's not working out, you can just refund it and put it somewhere else.
All right.
So you can mix it match. So you're not locked into a. Yeah, I was just literally swallowed. Finish my sentence.
Unlike other games, you can actually level up.
But not only because there's like 4 or 5 different skill trees that you gradually unlock. You can take it from one and put it in another skill tree if you want. You're not sort of stuck with your choices, as it were, which was nice because I changed a few things up later on because they weren't really working for me anymore. But yeah, really, really good game. I will stop waffling on about it now, but highly recommend it. My review's up now on xboxtavern.com, so go check that out. Right. Who else has got a game they want to talk about? Ian, let's go back to you. I suppose you went first, didn't you? Have you got any other Project Game Pass games you've like 2 years late to get into?
No, mainly because obviously my completions competition I'm in. I was doing a lot more Turbo Golf racing and a bit more Deathloop, kind of going through all the different unique kills I need to do in Deathloop.
Oh yeah,
and I forgot how good that game was. I mean, surprisingly how much fun it is, and actually kind of Graham's favourite stealthing your way through to try and actually do all the unique kills.
Yeah.
So yeah, good fun. I think I managed to put one in the meat grinder, which was always good fun, and another one exploding a rocket in the house.
Very
so
nice.
It's had a good fun of that. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a go of that with trying to that. I also want to try. I never really got around to testing out Juliana. So I mean, I didn't get a chance yesterday either. But I think once I've done all the kind of single player achievements, there's a few achievements that you need to do to be Juliana. So I would go into that. So maybe, Jamie, you're playing one day and might invade your world. We can have a go.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to try her as well because when I played on PlayStation, like I said, I didn't have PS Plus, so I couldn't play online. But yeah, I'd like to give it a go. So I need to get to the point where I can unlock like the ability to play as her. But yeah, all right, I'll help you out with that. Some point this week or next week, whenever. Let me know.
Sounds good. But yeah, that's really it. So yeah, a lot of Turbo Golf racing, kind of going through that again. Just kind of trying to get myself better so I can do some more Rocket League with you guys.
you got a chicken long way to go, man. You got chicken long way. Nice.
Well, that's it, really.
Chicken long way. So yeah, bit of Deathloop, good. I mean, we should always be playing Deathloop, but yeah, we'll get back to that and we'll report back next week or a week after, perhaps. Graham, you got anything else on your list?
He died.
I guess not. Yes, he's just mugging me off with a cheeky grin.
No, it's back. No, it's not.
The connection just keeps dropping every now and then. So, as you are you able to something? It was just
yeah. Have you got anything else you've been playing this week? You want to quickly shout out?
Quickly. The only other thing I suppose that Inkling and Marty I've only sort of tried very briefly. It's a bit strange, but it's okay. But I've just been playing I just want to finish the Like a Dragon game. I'm now sort of 60 hours in. I'm on, must be like the very last chapter or very close to the last chapter now. So
Okay.
I think I'm only a few days away from finishing that game. And it's getting more and more sort of crushing with the story the longer it's going on, because there's a lot of memory lane scenarios leading me to think that something is going to happen, which I don't want it to.
Yeah, well, yeah. I like I said, I'm new to the franchise, and I'm dreading getting stuck because I'm going to be like, no.
Yeah. Way too much, but I mean, it's cool though, because it's like bringing loads of things back from previous series and all the kind of characters that you've met and introduced. And I mean, you have anyway, but even the ones that I wanted them to sort of bring back and showcase, they have done. And it was nice seeing them all back into the game and everything, and showing sort of young flashbacks to young Kiryu as well. But hopefully should be finishing that very soon.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Great game. I'm on Dondoko Island at the minute. I haven't played it in a couple of weeks because I've been doing this other, the other stuff. But I was so tempted just to leave, but because you said about sticking it out to make a load of money to buy the equipment and stuff. I've been making more of an effort to get into it, and I was quite enjoying it. But I could also quite happily just go back to the mainland now and get on with things.
I get it.
I want to go back to it, but
it's fine. You don't have to. It just helps to get some sort of the higher star equipment to help level the odds once you get back, because it gets quite steep, sort of hard curves in a way. But
yes, nice. Well, hopefully we finish it before next week and we can chat a bit more about it then. But Ross, come on, get it out of the way. Let's talk about some more Baldur's Gate.
I don't know why you've not started playing it, Jay. It's like talking person simulator. So
there is a lot of talking.
So talk to everyone, can't you?
Exactly.
Pretty much. Even the dead people, you can wake them up to talk to him. I thought that was right up J Street.
But he still doesn't have
conversations for days.
He doesn't seem to have the drive to get started. It's disappointing.
And take potions to speak to animals. There's literally
There's literally nothing that you can't speak to.
And hand jobs.
Exactly.
There's even cursed items you can speak to, Jay.
I mean, you're selling it on me, but I literally just said how I was balking at a 30-hour game, but that's like 300 hours probably. I can't do it. Not yet. Not while I'm still playing all this other stuff.
Get it right, Jay. That's 300 for just one playthrough. You can
that's just for your
get another 300 in a different playthrough.
You got to go and speak to other people as being a dick this time. No, I think where am I? I think I'm near the end of Act 2. I've just fought one of the big bads. And his cronies appeared. So I presume this is me about to head off to the next act. But fucking, I'm even now starting to enjoy the turn-based combat. I never thought they would ever see the day, but it's getting to the point where now that I understand it a lot more and I understand how to set it up better.
Yeah.
It's fucking love it.
Yeah,
like I never thought I'd ever would.
No, and that's one thing I will be getting back into once I got Like a Dragon done. I just couldn't do both simultaneously. There's just not enough time in the day.
Well, I want to get this playthrough finished before our potential Game Pass, Project Game Pass game comes out.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, I've got 11 days off coming up, but I feel like I could knock out a good 60
as long as you
hours.
don't sleep, you'll be good.
I can knock out 60 hours in 11 days. What's that? 5 hours a day? Easy. 5.5 hours a day? Pff, piece of piss. So I'll hopefully get that done before the end of the month, but so far I'm loving this game, and I'm taking Pete's logic, and because it wasn't technically qualifiable for last year's Game of the Year, it's in my discussion for Game of the Year for this year.
Yeah,
nice. Might have some controversial picks by the end of the year, but we're down with that. We're happy with this. Let's keep the Game of the Year stuff rolling and fresh and fluid. Hey, especially like you said, it got shafted last year, so why not? Let's include it. Ian, have you played any Baldur's Gate? I forget. I know Graham was
played a little bit, like literally the first maybe hour, and then I haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, apart from when I played with Gray, I haven't really touched it. Pete wanted to play some multiplayer the other day. He said, you can start a world and then I'll join you. I was like, absolutely not, because I do not have the time or the patience right now to be.
Also, you skip cutscenes, you'll get really angry.
Can't skip the cutscenes.
I mean, it's quite hard to sort of get into it multiplayer. I mean, I know I pulled Jay into it a little bit, but you really have to know your stuff if you're going to play in someone else's game, because it's just very slow for someone joining your game who's not played it before.
Yeah, sitting around for half an hour while you waited for me while I set my menus up was not really the best start to the game. But yeah.
And the guy
yeah.
How did that guy go?
Are you playing on your own, Ross? I forget what you're saying.
I'm playing it on my own.
Yes. Nice. Well, as long as you're enjoying it, it's the main thing. How many people have you sexed up yet?
Yeah.
You're thinking for audio listeners.
That many,
wondering, looking into the sky, just living the memories back for a moment.
I don't think I've done anybody yet.
Aww.
At the end of chapter 2, and you've not had not once. Outrageous.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, no, I did one and I regretted it because it stopped me from having it with anyone else.
Like Shadowheart's throwing herself at you left, right, and centre.
She didn't want to know. The guy seemed to be well into it. Both Will and the druid guy, Dowson, whatever. They're both very thirsty men.
Carlac keeps on making innuendos.
Yes, she does. She was the one I was trying to, but because I was with the Githyanki lady, she went.
She despises my guts. Like, I think she's just staying in my party by the skin of my teeth and no more.
Oh no, she does. She still doesn't like my character, but she aggressively mounted him nonetheless.
As you do. I think that's it. What's his face? Gale keeps on making remarks.
Oh no, that's the point. He's another thirsty male that's in the camp.
He just keeps on throwing random stuff. So does Astarion, actually.
To be fair, even Asteria wants to have a go as well.
And I'm just like, folk, the fucking end of the world's coming here, lad. Get your fucking heat screwed on.
Yeah.
But they are. They're trying to enjoy it what they can, enjoy it while it's there.
Fucking fish to fry.
It is a bit of a swingers camp in there.
I mean, the thing is, it's like the polar opposite of Mass Effect. It's like Mass Effect the Reapers, and then it was like Liara's like, there's too much going on at the moment, Shepard. We will revisit this at a later date. Like, fuck you, man. Just because you're in a Sari that lives to fucking 12,000, I've only got fucking 60 years in me. What the fuck?
Let's get to the ship as soon as possible, eh?
Exactly.
Yes. Nice. Okay, any more Ross on Baldur's Gate?
No, I won't hold you up any longer.
Okay, well, I very much enjoyed that. Like I said, it's obviously a very good game. Not something I could do while I'm still playing 50 million other things at once, which I shouldn't be playing that many things anyway. But yeah, the only other main thing I've been playing this week is another bizarre choice, I think, but something I really enjoy playing. It's called Expeditions, a Mud Runner game. So much like what was it called the other week that I played, Heavy Duty Challenge, and obviously Snow Runner and Mud Runner itself. It's like a hardcore, like not driving sim is the right term, but you're basically trying to traverse a heavy truck across really rocky / muddy / watery / steep terrain in order to get from A to B, and it's really, really good. I'm enjoying it immensely. I think there's like 70 odd missions, and I've done maybe 18 or 19 at this point. And I put in our group chat when it first came out that they said it's over 100 hours to complete. And again, like I said earlier on, I was like, oh man, 100 hours. But I can easily see why now, because of those 17 or 18 I've done, it's probably taken me about 25 hours because each one's a good hour at least, I reckon. I streamed one last night that I played, and it took me just over an hour to do it, and it was a lot of fun. But there's also a very real possibility of getting to the end of that hour and running out of fuel or damaging your truck too much or getting stuck, and then you've got no choice but to completely start again, which has happened to me on more than one occasion.
But when you say completely start again, you mean put your controller through the screen, yeah?
That's the thing though. Even then, as in the moment, I was perhaps a little bit, oh man, But then I started again, figured out a different route, went a different way, and yeah, I was like, I've done this now. I've nailed it. Yeah, it's surprisingly satisfying to sort of traverse up a steep incline with loads of rocks and stuff. You got different tools at your arsenal, which I'm not even going to pretend to know what they mean because I'm not a car guy. But you can fix your axles and you can lower your tire pressures and use a winch to sort of attach to trees to pull you up the inclines and set anchor points down.
Your axles. Do you mean like repair or fix as in fix?
No, as in lock them.
You mean your differential?
And differentials and all that sort of stuff, yeah. Various car terms.
If you fix your axle, the car won't move.
Well, you know what I mean. Like I said, I'm not a car guy, but I know if I press B, then it makes it easier to go up a hill. But yeah, no, it's really, really good. Really enjoying it. There's 3 different areas. The first area is relatively small. It's like more the tutorial one. And then you got one that's based on the Grand Canyon, which is all like deserty and rocky and stuff. And then I can't pronounce it. It's like Carpathians or something. And it's all like foresty areas with loads of mud and rivers and sort of rocks to climb up and mountain ranges and stuff like that. And that's the one I've been playing mostly because that's far prettier to look at, and the challenge is much more enjoyable, I find, on there because of the mud and the water and stuff. The sim aspects, obviously, as I just definitely explained with my wonderful car terms, is quite it's in depth, but it's not like overly so. It's not, you're not looking at individual fucking wheel nuts or anything trying to figure out the right ones to take. It's pared down, but there's still enough to sort of fine tune the nitty gritty to it. You have to take like parts to like repair your car with as well, but it literally is just a case of hold a button and press A to repair your engine if it's damaged slightly. You don't have to worry about getting a mechanic out or opening the hood and trying to figure out what part's broken. And the same with refueling and stuff like that. But yeah, really, really enjoyed it. It also supports steering wheels, which was another good reason to pick it up. And it's really fun playing with the steering wheel. Got a nice bit of force feedback as you're swinging around down, falling down the mountain range or get stuck in the mud. The simulation is very, very good. Although I did a mission, not the one I streamed last night, but like yesterday during the day, and I was trying to cross this river, and it was too deep, so I sank basically. And you could see the driver in the cockpit, and I was like wiggling the wheels. He's just doing this while like 4 or 5 foot underwater, and the van started slowly drifting down the river, and I was like, they haven't killed me yet, and they haven't said I can't start again. So I'm just going to leave it for a little while and see what happens. So I walked away for 20 minutes. I come back and it drifted down the river, got caught up on a bank, and I managed to winch to a tree, pull myself out, and just carried on.
That's the way.
Great. Although I did then fail the mission because I ran out of fuel, so I had to do it again anyway. But the point, we survived.
Little baby things.
I just imagine the truck getting back to the yard and the guy being like, the fuck is there 30 tons of water in the car?
And why are you not dead? He's just like brushing himself off. He's like, yeah, got a bit wet on it.
Coughing up water.
But yeah, the simulation is really good. There's no co-op yet, but it is coming soon. And I think it'd be a great, like I suggested with Snowbound, I think it'd be a great sort of multiplayer experience where you're helping each other out of tricky situations and climbing up mountain ranges and inevitably falling over because
Ian just parking his truck in a place but made sure that nobody else could get past as well.
Yeah, basically,
a canyon like this.
Yeah, there's been more than once I've flipped it over and your engine cuts out if you flip over. But if obviously the momentum takes your car and you flip back the right way up, you can start your engine in. I was like, yes, quickly, winch, grab, I can do it. Handbrake, yes, nice. Yeah, so yeah, highly recommend going and check that out. Like I said, I streamed one mission. I don't remember the name of it, but it took me an hour to do it. But we made it. Only just not a bit of suspense right at the end. So yeah, go check that out now. Cool. Anyone else got anything I'd like to bring up real quick, or should we move on to some other parts of? Sure, I realise we're going quite long here, but there's been lots of fun games to talk about. So
let's move on.
Go.
Let's move on. Ian.
Yes.
Someone tells me you've got a top 5 for us. I haven't got a pen and paper though, so you're gonna have to take my word on it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You can go first then.
Likewise. Okay.
We can use a PC to write.
Yeah. That's what I usually do anyway.
Sorry, Ian, as prepped for you, man. Don't worry.
So is Ross took the first one, didn't he?
I've won the only one that we've done. Yes.
Yeah.
So as we know, for me, I was a huge fan of Games with Gold. So, what were the first 5 Games with Gold games on Xbox 360?
First 5.
Top 5 Xbox 360 games.
What do you mean top 5? As in just the first 5?
The first 5, yeah. It's top 5, but it's 5. It doesn't mean it's top 5. It's 5 of a franchise or 5 of anything. So, top 5 of that. And whilst you're thinking, I will do some pluggles for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. How are we meant to focus with that?
So thank you for joining us. We are now YouTube partners, so please become a member for exclusive content being uploaded. Send us your supers for immediate questions and responses. I think the lowest tier we've got is £1, so please join us on that. We're also on Apple Podcast and Spotify Podcast, so please leave us a review on there. If you do, 5 stars would be preferable. Give us some feedback, and we can always read out your review on the show. The CD Keys affiliated link doesn't cost an extra, but it chucks a few pennies back to us. The link's on the site, so please go, and if you're ever buying anything, you can use CD Keys, or you can click on the link here, which is nice there in corner next to Jay's face. That will also happily give us a little bit of money extra if you're ever buying anything through CD Keys. All our written reviews can be found on xboxtavern.com. I haven't broken the website, I promise, but it is looking a little bit differently at this current time. We are going through a bit of work on the website to kind of upgrade it. So you may see a bit of visual changes, but it all works there. We've got some great written reviews up there, and also some video reviews, which are also found on the YouTube channel or even on the website. Socials along the bottom of the screen. We've also got a lovely code called XBXTVRN for £5 off at InsertCoin for any orders over £50. We also have a lovely Discord channel. We're trying to make it a bit more active, so please also join us on Discord if you can. And we will also be chatting there and putting some content up on there soon, hopefully. And that is your plug.
That was a wonderful segment of pluggles. I spent so long listening to you, I couldn't think of any video games. Yeah, how are you guys doing with your list? Are you doing all right?
I never actually realised the sensation of being plugged like that, and it's taken me aback. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes you just need to be receiving the plugin, not giving the plugin to fully appreciate it.
It's nice to switch it up sometimes.
It is. You've got to try everything once, right? You know?
Exactly.
Jamie, what are your 5?
Well, at the moment, I've only got 4, so I'm just going to add a quick 5th one in before anyone says anything, because literally any other thing I think of, but it's definitely not right. So I've written down. Yeah. Do you want me to share my screen, or are you going to trust me? Just
trust
this
you.
out.
Trust you.
Okay, so I've written Max and the Curse of Brotherhood, Undertow, Trials HD, Geometry Wars, and Gears Judgment.
And
I don't think any of them are it, but that's all I can think of.
I put Halo. Let's put the first one. Azuric, Gears of War, Madden, and Rainbow Six. Don't really specify which ones, so I was a bit confused.
And Ross,
I got like 3. So I got Crackdown, Rainbow Six, and Fable 2.
Just say 2 more games quickly.
Halo 4. Fuck it, 4.
Yeah.
Gears.
Which one?
2.
Gears. And which Gears was yours? Jamie? 1.
The Judgment, but
Judgment.
Yeah,
okay.
That was way later, I think.
So our games are the first ever game that joined us on Games of Gold on the 10th of June 2013 was Fable 3.
Whoa.
And then on the next one was on the 1st of July, which was Defense Grid The Awakening.
The fuck is that?
That's kind of like what the one, where you got to stop people going to your base and stuff, and you have to put little blocks down.
Like a tower defense.
Tower defense, that was it. On the 16th of July is Assassin's Creed 2. On the 16th of August, I'm missing one, is Dead Rising 2. Now someone has 1 point. So someone's winning. On the 1st of August 2013,
If it's Ross again,
we have Crackdown.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh. Well, it won't go with me.
Yeah. So it was Fable 3, Defense Grid Awakening, Assassin's Creed 2, Crackdown, and Dead Rising 2. They're the
Oh,
first
I
5
fucking love
games.
Crackdown.
Nice.
So Ross is 2-0
I
up.
I was trying to go more like indie because I really couldn't remember the first batch of games, but I figured
Well,
there'd be
but
lesser.
it started off
lesser,
strong. That was why, like, I always
yeah.
thought Games Ago was going to be fantastic, and then it fell off into oblivion.
Well, I think I always was skeptical when they put Pool Nation 4 months in a row.
Yeah, it was every month.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, but before it was 360 before we went to Xbox One. So it's like a year.
Yes,
before.
yeah, I knew Max was Xbox One, but I could not think how far early that was. So.
So there we go.
Yes,
Ross, you're 2-0 up.
Ross, you motherfucker. 2 points. 2 points to you. We'll get some more top fives going on.
I've got loads more
as
top
and when
fives
we're
to
all
go.
here.
I've got one more
Yes.
new unique game as well, which I'll just talk to you off the podcast, which we'll
Nice.
bring in next week as well. Well, whenever next time do a show.
Ooh.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. Okay. So, I mean, should we? I was about to throw to Pluggles, but we've had the Pluggles. I've
had the
satiated. So
Pluggles,
let's quick do some real quick
Fortunately,
news.
yeah, 'cause
'Cause
we did
again,
top
we've
five
got-
last week.
Shall
We've
we
been
try and
going-
keep it just mainly positive? I feel like there's enough negativity in the world.
Yes, I mean, let's talk. I mean, you're excited about this, Ross. Let's talk Dragon Age, shall we?
Let's talk Dragon Age.
Right, I'm going to go get my blanket. Give me a second.
Yeah. So there was a story come out relatively recently, yesterday or the day before, where an insider, someone along the names of to be decided because was Jeff Grubb. Sorry, there we go. Now that the page is loaded, it's pretty confident that Dragon Age Dreadwolf will be released later this year. Very exciting indeed.
dreadful.
Dreadful, yeah. He says, I suspect Dragon Age Dreadful. Yeah, why not? Let's go with that. Will probably pop up this summer.
Fucking Dreadwolf, you pricks.
I don't know
Why
what it'll
is
be
there a
shown,
wolf?
but
Is there wolves in Dragon Age?
is it not? Wait. Where's Special Guest Pete when you need him? Is it not
Is
to
it
do
in
with
that
what's that
Come on.
wizard guy that went bad? What's his
Come
name?
on, what's his name?
Arthur.
Sirius the Black. I don't know.
No.
I have no idea.
Beardus.
It begins with S, though,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Theodus, that's the place.
Did it begin with S?
It did.
Salamander.
Nope. Come on.
No,
So Mix-a-Lot.
it probably says in the news stories. I'll probably just scroll down a little bit.
Siegfried.
I don't know. I just saw
Yeah, no
short.
idea. Special guest Pete sitting home going, "Motherfuckers, get it right."
It's like, fucking hell, guys. How do you
Who is it then?
Syndrus, Sindel.
Sindel is definitely Mortal Kombat.
Sub-Zero.
Put us out of our misery, please.
Oh, I demand that you work this out.
All right, well,
Sheng Tao.
Graham, quickly Google it while I carry on with the story. He says it would be Solas. There we go. That's what I said. But I assume it will be shown some this summer. It could happen at any time, though. It will be released this year. Last I heard, he says they're pretty confident about that, but it doesn't mean it's a guarantee. It could slip. Of course, it could slip. Everything fucking slips. But right now, internally, they expect it to release later this year. They say here in the Eurogamer story that they released a new teaser trailer last year, saying it would get a full reveal this summer. So he could very well be onto something. But Ross, I think you're probably the most excited about this one. Tell me about Dragon Age Dreadful and how you're excited about playing this wonderful game.
I mean, I think the biggest issue I had was when they launched the last Dragon Age, it was not too far away from Witcher. And I felt like anything that was in that sort of ilk at that sort of time frame was never going to stack up. And I keep wanting to go back to it.
Yeah.
But I've not went back to Inquisition. But as much as I remember it, I fucking loved it when I played it. I just always felt myself comparing it to The Witcher. Even though they're technically two different type of games. They are sort of still your sort of story-based RPG, XYZ type games, but there was just something that grabbed me in The Witcher a wee bit more than Dragon Age. But having like a big fan of the full series, I feel like one of the I feel like one of the best systems that were put in was how Dragon Age treated new players to Inquisition by allowing you to jump in and create your own story online. So you could create basically all the choices that was in the first game plus the DLC, then the second game plus all the DLC. So if you'd never played it, you still had like a fleshed out backstory of the character you were going to play as, or the world was fleshed out based on how you had maybe played the game in the first two, which a lot more games should introduce. Baldur's Gate, for example, could do with something like that, so you know more the lore of the world type idea. And it's just that set up the third one for even experienced players if they hadn't downloaded, if they hadn't bought the DLC for the games. I know the first one I hadn't, because the first one was a complete new experience to me in regards to the sort of tactical fighting element, where you could like set up your players to do the moves that you wanted the other people in your party to do, while you then took control of your character to just play it normally. So that took a lot of getting used to for that, but brilliant system like that. The storyline and the lore again is fantastic in regards to sort of the opposing forces, the whole Darkspawn element of the first one that sort of fell off a wee bit in the second one, and then the third one moved away from that more to this sort of, I don't know how you would describe it as this one, but I'm trying to remember the guy's name. He was like the original, was he the original Darkspawn? I keep on going to say Cordyceps because I've been fucking Last of Us in too much in my head, but
That's
he's got a weird name like that type idea. But no, really looking forward to it coming out. I like the fact that one of your allies has turned to the dark side type idea. And then just some
was that Salamander, was it?
Salamander, yeah. Newt Salamander. Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian was awesome.
I made that name up.
No, I'm sure there's a Sebastian in the games. No, Anders. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Anders. Sorry.
Anders, Sebastian, same thing.
Yep.
Almost. Yeah.
But no, looking forward to jumping back into it. I'm not expecting much in the way of it being a graphical masterpiece, but I certainly think storylines and just enjoyment factor will definitely be there.
Yeah. You just want to see Cassandra naked.
Fucking Cassandra, man, she does my tits in.
Yeah, she will if you let her.
Fucking tits in, man. Fucking holier than thou. With a stupid French accent. Ugh.
Well, we're like I said, possibly getting a reveal this summer. Graham, Ian, anyone interested? I feel like you both enjoyed Inquisition more than I did.
I enjoyed Dragon Age. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in jumping back in. I haven't deep dived into things going on or looked into it a bit more, but once it's out, I'm definitely ready to jump into a bit more Dragon Age. I enjoyed it. But
you have to pay me to play it.
My thing.
Not for me. I tried the first one, didn't like it.
You like Jason, you're out of the lit now.
The first one's completely
I'm turning into Jamie, that's why. You're getting old.
Jesus, yeah.
It's us Virgos.
Stuff in RPGs, exactly, yeah. Lake and Jason. So
we're going to come back on in a couple of weeks, and Ian's going to rock up on the podcast with a beanie on.
I've been one next to me, actually.
You know this game, it's nice. It's a real nice game.
Nice.
You get to talk to people.
Really nice.
Chill game. Nice chill game.
I'll actually get my beanie out now.
I think you need to. I did enjoy the first Dragon Age Origins very much, but nice. I didn't really get into the rest of them. It wasn't nice. It was hardcore and violent and gruesome. But it was also very nice, and I could talk to everybody, so it was wonderful. We'll see more hopefully this year. Obviously, E3's shit to bed, so I'm sure there'll be some sort of summer showcase with, in terms of maybe partnered up with Xbox or PlayStation or whoever else you want to partner up with and show it off. Like I said, and when they do, we'll have special guest Pete on, and you and him can do a special episode between you, and you can just fucking go to town. You can just let loose and tell us why this game is going to be very, very nice indeed. Nice. I'm just going to keep saying nice. See how many times I can offend Graham by being too positive about stuff. It's nice.
Just a massive pile of nice.
I like to be nice. I forgot how many these open. There's not really a great deal of other news, I suppose, unless anyone wants to get anything particular we've got on the list here.
Did I see anything else that wasn't depressing?
Nothing. I mean, we had some studio sort of break free of their Overlords, Toys for Bob, and Saber Interactive. Funny enough, the people who made Mod Runner, the Expedition games, and whatever the other game was.
Do you mean what the other game was?
Pass. Tell me. You throw me off.
Gearbox.
Oh, and Gearbox. Yeah, no one worries about them.
Borderlands to Game Pass.
Borderlands the movie looks really good.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I'm sure it'll be a fun time. I'm sure it'll be a nice time.
I'm sure it'll be shit. Speaking of like the biggest Borderlands fan in the world over here, and I still think it's going to be.
I mean, that trailer didn't look particularly exciting, did it? But
it's going to be nice. What are you on about?
Yeah, it hit some points. You got Kevin Hart making some jokes, Jack Black being a crazy character, and
can somebody explain the? Can somebody explain the and not in any way, shape, or form doubting their acting capabilities, but why have we got Kate Blanchett and I forgot the other lassie's name, whatever it is, but both of them are considerably older than the characters that they're meant to be playing.
Why do I want to say Jamie Lee Curtis? Is
Helen Mirren?
That is the one. Yep,
is the
Jamie Lee
one.
Curtis is playing Tanis. Both of them are far too old for the character that they're playing.
But Borderlands, wacky, eh? Hey,
Judi Dench playing it.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, we don't have to worry about that so much anymore. When's it out? It's later this year, is it?
Yeah, well, let's go for that.
Let's all go watch it together. That'd be wonderful.
Let's not.
Expected August 9th.
Oh, wow.
I'm busy that week.
On there. He's already bought his tickets.
very excited to get down to Cineworld and go and watch that with an overpriced popcorn bucket and some screaming kids who are border lads.
Go fuck yourselves.
Oh dear. Anyway.
I'm just shocked Jamie Lee Curtis is existing still.
Gosh. Still acting. Still existing is a bit fucking strong.
I just haven't seen her in any movies for ages. I honestly thought she might be dead, but no, she's still around.
She's going to poison my eyes in a Borderlands film.
No, that's not very nice, Ian. You got to be nice about things.
I really thought, Jamie Curtis still up. When I said nobody just said, I was like, still around. I thought, oh, she's still doing TV. I thought she retired.
Retired, yeah. I thought she retired to the grave. No.
What's in the grave? He's not extinction.
I didn't know like that. Sorry, Jamie, if you're listening.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis. You definitely listen to Xbox Tavern. Xbox Tavern. Recording episode 8 again. Surprise-ish. Nice. We've got to bring it up. We had a comment over on Kick. If you're watching on Kick, hi. Who is the streamer?
It was you, Jay.
It was. I think they were pointing at me. I'm not quite sure. I mean, hi, I'm Jamie. I play video games. I would not necessarily call myself a streamer. Why me? Why not? Ross looks more professional than I do. Or unless you just want to take the piss out of my background as well, which case is fair enough.
Said professional. They said, "Who is the streamer?"
I know, but
don't give yourself some credit, mate.
He wants to know about your hanger collection.
Exactly. Just maybe enjoy the skates. You want to buy these skates? They're for sale.
And all the boxes in the corner.
And all the boxes over there.
In your house.
We got no. They're for shipping up.
Dildos.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching One Neps. and I'm going to assume it was a compliment, and you were being nice and not mean like Graham. Let's move on, shall we, gentlemen? To I guess rounding off the show. I guess because like I said, we're keeping the stories positive this week. There's lots of other places which I would highly recommend you go check out, read about the things like layoffs and stuff like that. But I feel like we're too deep in now to get into that sort of stuff right now. So let's go and check out the reviews over on xboxtavern.com, which I remember this week because I always forget, don't I, Ross? Yes,
you do.
Which you can find up on xboxtavern.com, like I just said right now, including the Mobius Machine from Corey, my Banishers Ghost of Norwegian review, James's Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake review, which again, as we were saying before, we started Ross definitely go check that one out. Really, really good game. And now they've added co-op for the remake, so it make it a little bit easier, a bit more enjoyable to play with the misses. And I reviewed a game called Quadroids last week as well. It's like a weird puzzle game. It's quite good, but it's way too much for my simple brain. It's like each section of the screen, like we got it laid out now, like 4 sections of the screen. Each one is controlled by a different button. So Ross will be like the left trigger, I'll be the right trigger, Ian will be the bumper, and then Graham will be the other bumper. And as the little dude traverses between the screens, you have to just press the button to make him jump over obstacles or bounce off walls and stuff. But it doesn't go from Ross to me to Ian to Graham. It might go from Ross to Graham to me to Ian, or Ross to me to Graham to Ross to Ian. It's all very confusing, and I wasn't very good at it, but a nice concept. I just did fucking dreadful at it. So yeah, go check them reviews out now. Graham, let's bring you back in, shall we?
What?
What's your best pull?
He's dead though, isn't he?
No, I'm still here. I'm around. Well, so, I mean, I haven't dipped back into it much, but when I did dip into it, I managed to pull a Thunderstruck Kaka. So he's managed to.
Oh, what? Sorry, did you say?
A
Thunderstruck Kaka.
Kaka.
Thunderstruck Kaka. Poo poo.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish to always pull a Thunderstruck Kaka.
your Kakas are Thunderstruck, mate. What are you on about?
So I've got a couple of Brazilian legends in my sort of attacking lineup now. So I've got Zico, Ronaldinho, and now Kaká to add to that lineup. So it's a pretty strong trio of Brazilians up front.
Do any of them play for Bristol / I've forgotten the other team already? Brighton. So Bristol City or Brighton?
It's Brighton, but no, I'm afraid not. Most of them have long since retired.
Oh, look at it in all its glory.
Is that the Thunderstruck Kaká?
He is. He's still going. You see, he's still going for about 1 million coins, which is pretty decent in the current market.
Very nice.
You sold him yet?
No, well, he's not. He's not tradable. I haven't got any sort of highly tradable ones in there. But tell a lie. There was one that picked the new Fantasy Konate. So I did put him, if you want to search for him as well. So he's like 87 currently, and he's going to go up as Liverpool win. His stats go up, but he's highly sought after as well. He's coming up to about 1 mil as well.
So when you say 1 million coins, so I want to obviously get deep in the weeds on this. Is that money you earn in game, or is that money you can buy?
Yeah, both. So
how much would 1 million coins roughly be?
Okay, well, put it this way: you only earn about sort of 600 coins per match. So divide that.
To buy 1 million coins, you're probably looking at the best part of £30, £40.
Yeah. But that's if you're not even allowed to buy coins legally. There's some dodgy trading sites which allow you to do it, but you can't like buy coins. You can buy packs and hope you can sell someone for a lot of coins to get them.
Oh, okay.
But officially, you can't actually buy coins unless you do so illegally and risk getting banned that way.
Yeah.
Can I also just highlight something that I am grossly offended by this card? Who in their right mind has been watching Konate play this season and gave him 83 pace?
I know, he's lightning, isn't he?
He's a fucking whippet.
But he's like 6'3". They don't like put in like tall people.
I don't care if they like to do it. He's fucking rapid.
But if you put,
so you're saying they've underleveled him?
Underrated
him. Sorry.
I mean, in physical 87, the guy's built like the side of a house.
Yeah, he's like 6'3", 6'4". So if they make like super tall giant defenders, it's just impossible to get past them.
6'4", 95 kilos.
Yeah. So like you said, a giant weighted beast means you cannot dribble past them very easily because they're just, giants in defense. And the way the game dynamic looks, the character models, it does look like someone's put on a cheat mode on. They look fucking massive compared to like the smaller strikers. It'd be like, that's like Andre the Giant swatting away Spike Dudley. It's just like, you're not coming anywhere near this.
Nice.
And then because his sort of partner is Van Dijk, if you've got a couple of bloody tall giants in the back line, no one's sort of having a sniff. But I need Liverpool to win more games so his stats get higher and higher, and then he becomes a much better kind of player.
I mean, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
We like leaving it late, but we're doing our best.
Yeah. Turmoil. Don't stop bringing that up.
Come on, Ross. Pull your finger out. Get it back. Get the business going. Get the goals in. Get the score in. Get the defending. Whatever it is you need doing. Nice. So yeah, some good pulls there. Thank you, Graham. We'll get some more pulls from you next week, I imagine. Ross, tell me about things that come into Game Pass in the month of March.
I refuse, because I'm going to add in an extra special pluggle.
Wait, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would highly recommend keeping your eyes on our Twitch and YouTube channel on Tuesday at 8:30.
Yes!
For a potential live stream. I shall say no more.
Oh, that sounds very exciting.
You'll have to be there. You will have to be there.
Sounds very, very exciting indeed. I wonder what it could possibly be.
I wonder as well, Jimmy. Definitely think Ian needs to get involved. Anyway.
I think so, yeah.
Over to games coming to Game Pass.
Yes. Nice.
So, March 5th, we have Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun. That's console, PC, and cloud. March 19th for the next two, we have Lightyear Frontier on console, PC, cloud. MLB The Show 24 coming to the console. The big one at the end of the month, March 28th, we've got Diablo 4 coming to console and PC. And March 28th, a game that I would imagine Jay's got his eyes all over, is Open Roads coming to console, PC, and cloud.
You fucking damn right. Damn right. I was very disappointed when it got delayed, but at the same time, I'm quite happy because I've been playing lots of awesome stuff. But yeah, very much looking forward to that one. It looks very nice.
It does look very nice.
Can't wait to play it. Yeah, lots of chatting, lots of dialogue choices, and very exciting stuff. And that bolt gun looks really good. I think that'd be quite a fun sort of retro shooter. Warhammer. Looks very good. War games. Ian? It's not all Warhammer or more games though. What's leaving us?
Fortunately, we have 3 games leaving on March the 15th, which is Hard Space Shipbreaker, Ni no Kuni Wrath, The White Witch, and Shredders.
Nice. So go check them out. While you still
I so wanted to like Shredders. To so. I so wanted to.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get into that either. I was quite looking forward to that. But yeah, not quite. Didn't quite nail what I was looking for in a 1080 snowboarding. Or
I just want to say it's not maybe no SSX.
Bring back SSX.
Did you ever play 1080 snowboarding? Not that
N64.
What a great game! What a great game!
Loved it. That's what got me into my snowboarding games.
Damn right. Nice. Considering they're leaving, maybe we should leave as well and go and do some Xbox Taverns After Dark, which you can join us for. As Ian said, if you join us on the YouTube membership for a little of 99 pence a month, you can check out our random chats about.
Can't even get a cheeseburger for that.
Not anymore, no, or even a fucking Frank's flavored McSpicy, which is outrageous. That's definitely not fucking nice.
Get in the bin.
Yeah, so yeah, get in the fucking bin indeed. So yeah, go support us on there. That'd be wonderful. You can check out where we chat. Like, I think we did what we've chatted about so far: Royal Rumble, wrestler films, pizza, and we got one lined up for this evening about our favourite gifts, perhaps. Which I mean,
favourite gifts, as in like here you go, or favourite gifts.
You know what I said? GIFs, I believe, is technically how it's pronounced. But I refuse to call it that way.
You just made me be a wee bit sick in my mouth. I'm not gonna.
I'm just saying what I hear, but I don't agree with it. Anyway, thank you very much for listening / watching. If you made this far, you're a fucking hero. I'm the streamer in the top right called Jamie. You can find me at EnXam on all sorts of places. You can find Scottish Gruff Ross.
Scottish Gruff.
Milliman Ian.
And Nutty Ray.
And MPV Graham.
At Grey Reaper.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week for another podcast at 8 p.m.
Not next week because it's Mother's Day. We will not be here.
Yeah.